Hey everybody, welcome to Everything's Plastic. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Star Wars Black Series, and this is the awesome X Woves from Star Wars The Mandalorian. X makes his first appearance in Season 2, Episode 3, where the Mandalorian and Grogu are actually on a barge or some kind of ship, and they get pushed into the water. Grogu gets swallowed by some kind of monster, and Bo-Katan, Casca Reeves, and X Woves comes to the Mandalorian's rescue. This is actually my friend Jason's figure. He was nice enough to lend me his figure so I can do a quick review on it. And I gotta be completely honest, I actually regret not picking this one up when I had the chance. Which is the story of my life. So many figures that I missed out on that I should have picked up, and this is definitely one of them. If we get a closer look at the packaging here, this guy looks pretty good. Awesome picture of X on the side here. I really like the packaging on these Black Series, well before we switch to the windowless packaging. But yeah, we have a little read up on the back here that says, X Woves is loyal to Bo-Katan and is a member of a band of clan Krees, Mandalorian striking back at the Imperial Remnant. We have an awesome picture of X on the back here as well. Nothing really on the side, nothing really on the top end, barcodes and all that good stuff on the bottom. So that pretty much wraps up packaging. Pretty excited, can't wait to get this guy out. So we'll be right back to get a closer look. All right, my friends, we are back and we have X Woves outside of packaging. So for accessories, he comes with his Mandalorian helmet, which is pretty cool, man. I really like the overall design of this one. Paint application on this one is cool too. We have some like damage on the front here. We have some paint scratched off on the front here. Pretty cool detail. Do like the overall color of this blue as well. His rangefinder is articulated as well, which is a pretty cool detail. I like that. And next on the list is his blaster. We've seen this one before. This one is, the only difference with this one is some silver paint. And we have his jetpack as well. I really love how the blue looks, and I love how his silver paint just pops off of the blue. Looks fantastic. I really like this one. These are actually articulated on the bottom here as well, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that this guy is just basically a repaint of the Death Watch Mandalorian. The only difference with this one, I think, is being his gauntlets and his belt. I may be wrong, so correct me in the comments below, but I think everything else is the same. I think his helmet is a bit different as well. So let's get a closer look at X. Now when it comes to these Black Series, I have a little bit of knowledge of these Black Series, but I am far from an expert with these. I just really like them, but I don't know all the details about each and every figure. I'm one of those collectors that buys a lot of figures and loves the art of collecting, but I don't necessarily know everything about each and every character. But I still can appreciate a nice looking figure when I find one. So overall, this one actually looks really nice. I do like the sculpt on the hair. Really cool texturing. His face is super shiny for whatever reason. The plastic is very glossy on this one. But that being said, I think there's a pretty decent resemblance to the actor that plays X Woves. I really like the flat paint on his Mandalorian armor. We do have some detail and texturing into his overall suit as well. Same down to his pants. Everything else is painted nice and clean. I like the battle damage. All the silver paint that they got starts on top of his helmet and carries all the way down through too. So it's on his chest, his shoulder pauldrons, and armor on his thighs as well. So pretty cool. They do have a holster there on the side connected to his belt. This little clip opens up. Some detail in his boots as well. I think they did a good job on that too. Pretty much it for a closer look. Not much else to say about the overall appearance. I think they did a fantastic job on this one. I really like it. Definitely regret not picking this one up now. So now we had a closer look. Let's go over articulation. So for his head, it goes back this far, down this far, and you do have some side to side. You get full rotation. The neck is actually articulated as well, so that goes back this far, forward this far. You do get a little bit of side to side from the neck as well. That's pretty awesome. I do like having neck articulation. This is a soft piece of plastic, so you can just lift up on this when you want to pose him or move his arms around. So his shoulder or his arm do come up this far. Obviously it goes all the way around. There's a rotation at the shoulder as well. For his elbow, there is single jointed elbows, which you get a little over 90 degrees. There's a swivel at his elbow as well. These gauntlets are actually separate pieces that slide on over. They're movable as well. You can take them off if you want to. Just pop off his hands and they pull right off. For his hands, it goes back and forth and all the way around. and for the other side it is actually up and down and all the way around. We do have a ball joint at the torso as well that goes back this far, forward this far, side to side, and you do get a full rotation. This little plastic piece that is connected to his belt is actually a separate piece as well, so you can kind of move that around to get a bit of added articulation. The bottom part is all one single piece, so there's no rotation at the waist or anything like that. So for his legs come out this far, not a complete split. Go forward this far, back this far, so a little bit restricted going back. There is a upper thigh cut, and we have single jointed knees which go to a 90 degrees. And with these single joints, we usually get a pivot there as well. There is no boot cut, but for his ankle, it goes back this far, forward this far, and you get a full rotation out of the rocker joint. So pretty decent articulation. I mean, a lot of these Black Series kind of lack in articulation anyways. That being said, I think there is definitely enough articulation to get this one in some pretty cool poses. So let's pop on his helmet. That just slides on. Kind of snug. I thought it was going to be, it is a little bit loose, I guess. I still think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not going to fall off, which is the main concern. It's not going to fall off if it falls off your shelf or anything like that, or if you're playing with it, or your kids are playing with it, whatever the case may be. It stays on, which is all that matters. And for his jetpack, that just kind of pops into place on the back here. And we put his blaster in his hands, but for now I'm just going to put his blaster into the holster. Alright, so here we have him with all his gear on, with his rocket pack on, gun in his holster. I think this guy looks even better. Looks pretty awesome. And we can put down his rangefinder as well. So if you got this guy on a flight stand and you do have some like almost like rocket effects or some flame effects coming out from the back, the ones with the Death Watch Mandalorian, I think it is, or the Deluxe Boba Fett actually fit in here as well. So if you got those kicking around, you want to put this one on a flight stand, get them in some cool poses. This actually moves. Put those blast effects in. I wish I had them. I don't. But his head actually comes back far enough so that if you do have him on a flight stand like he's flying, he can look up far enough. So that's pretty awesome. Gotta say, man, I think they did an awesome job. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Alright, just to do a few quick comparisons. Here we have him next to Darth Vader from the same Black Series line. We have him next to a G.I. Joe classified Gung Ho. Now Gung Ho is on the bigger side for these classified figures. Snake Eyes being more on the average size. We can see that X-Wolves and Snake Eyes are pretty much the same size. And we have him next to a Marvel Legends Baron Zemo, and we can see that Baron Zemo actually towers over him a little bit as well. So yeah, X-Wolves is definitely on the small side for a 6-inch Hasbro figure. So out of 10, I'm going to give this guy an 8.5 out of 10. I actually really like this one. There's not a lot of flaws in this one. Articulation is a little bit limited. That being said, I know it's reuse. It's still a nice figure. I think there's enough done with this one, and the paint application on this one kind of changes up enough. It doesn't bother me that it's reused at all. The only thing lacking with this one is articulation. We do have an awesome jetpack, a removable helmet. I think the paint application on this one is awesome as well. I don't see any major paint flaws on this one. Everything is painted nice and clean, and he's pretty accurate. 2 X-Wolves from Mandalorian. I know he's based off of that, but a lot of times when we get these figures, there are some inaccuracies, but this one looks pretty good. I'm not really picking up on anything. If there is any accuracies to this one and X from the show, let me know in the comments below, because I'm not picking up on it. I will add some pictures though to do a side-by-side comparison. I could be wrong. And it wouldn't be the first time that I'm wrong. So as always, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of this figure. What do you think of our review? And what do you think of our score out of 10? If you guys had to rate this one out of 10, what rating would you give it? And if you liked the review, hit that like button, and don't forget, hit that subscribe button as well. We hope you enjoyed this review, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys.